This is a surgeon talking
I'll
about
be reacting
buccal fat removal. The trend needs to stop.
to Stephanie's video on the buccal fat removal trend.
I happen to be on the internet as I do, and all these articles started popping up, and I was like, what the heck?
I've seen that too, and actually many of the articles linked to our YouTube video, so check that out on buccal fat removal that we did sometime within the last year. We made a video on why I stopped doing buccal fat removal surgery, and people found it interesting, and now with the recent trend and people are like linking back to that video, so check it out.
This trend that I am noticing is not only alarming, but disturbing. Have you guys seen the celebrities that had rather regular, normal looking human faces, and then all of a sudden their cheekbones and jawlines were chiseled AF, and you were like, what the heck happened to you? Is it just me? It seems to me that there is no end to society's unrealistic beauty standards and no end to the amount of tweakments and cosmetic surgeries that we as women can have performed on us in order to change our appearances to better suit this unrealistic beauty standard.
Yeah, and these trends, you know, they're fleeting, yet the surgical results are permanent. We'll talk a bit later about whether it's possible to reverse a
Leah Michelle can't read. It was an accident. That's funny.
buccal fat removal surgery, if she doesn't cover that, but we'll see what she says first.
They want to look like trans women. They will never be us. Hers were coming at it from a place of jealousy.
But buccal fat removal, this is going too far.
Buccal. It's all the same thing.
In my opinion. So if you guys
Buccal.
haven't heard of it yet and you haven't seen all these articles and videos and Twitters and whatevers, what the heck is buccal fat removal and why is everyone suddenly getting it done? So buccal fat removal is essentially removing the fat from your cheeks, but more specifically, it is the surgical removal of the buccal fat pad that we naturally have between our cheekbones and our jawlines. According to a plastic surgery clinic here in Australia, the buccal fat reduction surgery aims to correct prominent or chubby cheek.
So something to
Bro, this is crazy. What the fuck? I'm just like there's never been a moment where I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta get rid of this shit, you know? Like, I've been fat my whole fucking life. I just...
keep in mind is that the fat compartment, the buccal fat compartment, is actually located fairly deep, and it's deeper than most other facial fat compartments. So there is some relevance to that as far as the
My girlfriend got this done and it boosted her confidence. Oh, brother.
reversal. And again, we'll cover that later, but let's keep going.
Buccal fat removal surgery is usually completed within an hour, so nice and quick and simple, and only costs between $2,000 and $5,000 depending on where you go.
Well, if you saw the New York Times article, there's one surgeon who says that it costs $40,000. So, you know, there is a wide range there.
Money well spent. Now, why the heck would anyone spend that kind of money to hollow out their face? I genuinely don't know.
There is, of course, the money question, right? But more importantly, it's a permanent change to
Also, buccal fat naturally fades with aging, so older women actually get it filled later. Getting it removed only makes you look older faster. I don't understand this.
your face that you can't undo. So I think that's the bigger issue, more so than the money.
I think it is to make you appear more like high fashion, more refined, more mature. And it works. Like to
Bro, this is literally like when you want to look like a A24 cast member. You know what I mean? This is crazy. What's next, bro? Are they going to fucking make a new surgery where they like move your eye, where they move your eyes far away from one another? So you can look more like a runway model from one specific era? Like, what the fuck?
be fair, it does look more high fashion, but that does not mean that it suits everyone. Some of us do happen to be born with...
And remember, what looks good now may not look good in 10 years, 15 years. The buccal fat pad is fat that doesn't reduce and change over time. It actually stays very consistent, and that's what many MRI studies have shown over the years. The rest of the fat in our face tends to atrophy and reduce. That's why people get fat transferred to the face, you know, coupled with facelifts and things like that later in life. So if you're removing fat that is actually going to be with you for a long, long time, what happens later on is that then the face just overall looks way too hollow and gaunt. you know, and that's the problem with the buccal fat removal over time.
With rounder faces, fuller cheeks. And if you go and remove the fat there, I mean, it just looks kind of weird. Now look, I'm 34, okay? So I remember the good old days of when Mary-Kate and Ashley, for example, would apparently say prune when they were getting their photos taken to create that hollowed out high fashion cheekbone look. Because back in my day, that's what we did for photos. We would just like...
Yeah, duck face. Y'all remember old heads in the chat know duck face. This was a thing that people did early when Instagram first came out. That was a style. Before soy face, there was duck face like this. People would do that. How fucking crazy. God, what a that's a bygone era right there. What the fuck?
In our cheeks to look more model-esque, but of course nowadays that's simply not good enough. Now we have to go the whole hog and literally pay a surgeon to surgically remove the fat underneath our cheekbones to give us that look. But why? Why are we like this? And what the heck was wrong with our faces before this was a thing?
And remember, this is a surgery that's not without risks. There are important neurovascular structures within the buccal space that can be injured. And so if you're a person who is thinking about getting the surgery, make sure to check out our video that covers some of the risks associated with the surgery. No one seems to ever talk about the risks. It's always like, should I pay for this surgery? Should I not pay for the surgery? What about the risks of like having a major problem?
What if my face was stuck like this now? It was just stuck like this. This guy's face is so calming to look at. Are you serious? He's like the classic psychopath surgeon trope, dude. What do you mean? He's too quiet and too calm. I mean, you know his ass is not messing up, though. Like, he is probably an artist with that scalpel, okay? Definitely scary, though. Alizi, how do you go from sending me a fucking 35-minute video about the CIA lying to us on Sunday to cool boobs? What goes on in your fucking mind, man? How? Like literally five minutes ago, before we got to the buccal fat thing, he was like, dude, you should watch this. You should watch this thing, dude. It's the CIA and how the CIA lies to us, bro. Watch that. And now you're like, hey, can you click on this Twitter link? Twitter.com/coolboobs. What the fuck is going on? You with your hair and the duck face, you look like the old Pauly D meme. Yeah.
Problem if you get the surgery. How about, let's talk about that for once.
Buccal fat in your cheeks. When was that deemed an issue that needed correcting? Now let's look at some famous examples of people that are alleged to have undergone this tweakment. I just find it really fascinating and alarming. So Bella Hadid is of course the main offender. She is long rumored to have undergone buccal fat removal and to be...
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Bella Hadid and Gigi Hadid, literally every part of their face has been doctored. Like, they did not look like that at all when they were younger. They just didn't. They look entirely different. Like, their children one day are going to look very different than them, okay? Straight up. Every part of their face has been reconstructed. Literally every single part. I'm not even kidding. Gigi had less surgeries though. Yes, but they both no. Gigi Hadid got fucking surgery too. What are you, crazy? Yes, Gigi Hadid got surgery. No, they looked like that together. What do you mean? No, they both went to the same doctor to get that same fucking surgery. What are you talking about? Why do you think they look almost identical in the way, like in the weird ways that they look? Gigi Hadid probably didn't get the buccal fat surgery, but that's it.
Be fair, I do believe it. Bella is definitely going for that high fashion look. Anyone can see that. And when you look at her
Yeah, look, I mean, yeah.
older pictures, Bella, like her sister Gigi, naturally had a beautiful
There's something so much softer and more approachable about this photo on the left, pre, removal of the buccal fat and pre.
It's just like kind of funny that a plastic surgeon is just like talking about buccal fat removal being bad though, because like he's just, it's just he feels like he's wronged people. You know what I mean? He's like, oh man, he's got a 500-yard stare.
Cheek augmentation compared to her appearance now, but maybe that is the high fashion look, whatever the heck that means.
had a beautiful full face. What was wrong with her face before? Nothing. She was so beautiful.
I agree with Stephanie.
She still is, but she was already. Then there's Zoe Kravitz, actress and model and daughter of my personal favorite, Lisa Bonet, born with naturally stunning bone structure. Absolute babe of this world. But where the heck have her cheeks gone? Then there's Sophie Turner. What has happened here? Has she just aged? Has she lost weight? I mean,
Dude, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? Dude, they look like Tim Burton characters, dude. Yo, straight up, is this the meme? Is this the meta? Is this like just, it's hot to look like your skeleton? It's crazy.
I don't think so. She's only 26 and she's always been tall and slim. So where have her cheeks disappeared to? Leah Michelle, once the proud owner of a face with buccal fat, now is no longer. Incinerated in a cosmetic surgeon's dungeon. Tell me I'm not the only one that liked Leah Michelle's face with her buccal fat intact. Yes, she looks glamorous and high fashion now, but she was a natural stunner before too. Isa Gonzalez, where has your buccal fat gone? She actually already had naturally high prominent cheekbones and angular features.
Yeah, once somebody sets that trend, everyone else seems to follow suit and they all play copycat.
What the I mean, that's just not the buccal fat. There's more. Also, I literally thought this was Olivia Rodrigo. The fuck?
She actually already had naturally high prominent cheekbones and angular features.
Yeah, once somebody sets that trend, everyone else seems to follow suit and they all play copycat because they have to keep up, right? It's that whole game of just chasing the next big thing and staying relevant. I think that's what people are trying to do.
Features. And to be fair, in my eyes, a little buccal fat was a lovely addition to her face. Chrissy Teigen, now she is one celebrity that has actually been honest and upfront and come out and said, yeah, I had my buccal fat removed.
Yeah, and she's talked about her eyebrow hair transplant, and she's really been very open about procedures. And one day, we hope to actually do like a podcast on this channel and maybe even interview some of the celebrities who are willing to talk about their procedures and what they went through and their thought process for getting the procedure and just being open. We just feel like more people should be open about these types of changes.
Removed and what? I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing.
Why did you show me this, man? Why did I click on the Cool Boobs account? Why'd you do that to me? This is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. My man is so gummy, dude. He's just all gum. No teeth. Holy fuck. Okay, let's
And I
just
like
continue.
it.
Jesus
Changes
Christ.
open. We just feel like more people should be open about these types of changes.
Removed and what? I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing, and I like it. Good for her. If she likes it, that's the main thing. But why is it a thing in general? Why is it a thing to begin with? That's what I want to know. Amelia Hamlin, I'm not gonna lie, this one shocked me. Have you ever seen a prettier face? Her brows, her bone structure, she's so beautiful. And now, who has stolen her buccal fat? Give the girl her buccal fat.
Yeah, and look at the jaw modification on this person as well.
Bro, everyone is getting Giga Chad jaw surgery. I thought this was like an incel thing, the jaw max and stuff. Turns out it's like Hollywood's ahead of the game. What the fuck? Dude, honestly though, I mean, most of this, and it's like the Hollywood's at the cutting edge of like objectification. It is the objectification factory. Most of this is just people literally getting the brain rot that they're giving to like millions of other people. And in a weird way, luckily, millions of other people do not have access to this kind of surgery because like they just don't have the money. You know what I mean? But they themselves become They get hooked on the same shit, like a drug dealer becoming addicted and getting high off his own supply. You know what I mean? My 11-year-old niece asked if I ever heard the Chad face and pulled all her skin around her jaw back. What the fuck?
Well, even her brows just looks so distorted, you know, because she created a thinner eyebrow but very heavy brow bone, so maybe that was augmented. The cheekbones seem to have some filler or probably an implant. The jaw has an obvious implant in it. I don't know. I mean, maybe to some that's more attractive, but I think I liked where she started.
Back. Dove Cameron, her buccal fat is also missing in action. Honestly, I am concerned for the buccal fat of this world. Please tell me that.
I didn't realize so many celebrities were getting this done.
Look at Demi Moore and Madonna. In my opinion, and I could be wrong here, but I mean, it certainly looks like it, they have both had, allegedly, buccal fat removal to make themselves look more youthful and more refined and more high fashion, perhaps. But in my eyes, it's kind of had the opposite effect. They don't look younger. They don't look older. They just look different. Like, they just don't look like themselves. They don't look bad, but they don't look better. So it's like, what was the point? And another thing I think is really interesting is that back in the good old days, a fuller face was considered to be youthful and attractive, and everybody wanted it. And nobody wanted to have that gaunt, hollowed out look.
This
and
girl
now
is the
Well, what's
blueprint.
going to happen is that as people start to realize that that's maybe not the best look, that kind of hollowed out look, there's going to be more fat transfer that occurs. So we're going to bring back that trend, which is popularized by Dr. Coleman with fat transfer to the face. And so then we're going to do that, and then the faces are going to appear too big, and then we're going to go back the other way. But isn't that the case with fashion as well, right? You kind of cycle through these different trends, and something that was popular in the 80s is now coming back today, and it just kind of keeps going around in a cyclical type of manner.
Paying surgeons to create the gaunt, hollowed outlook. It's like beauty trends are just so fickle. They are always changing.
This is the one W for the proletariat. They just like literally do not have enough finances to pay attention to this shit. You know what I mean? Or even if they want it, they can't get it. You can't. Meanwhile, you should pay attention to the top of the hour ad break, obviously, because that comes at the top of the hour, and it's not $40,000, only $5 a month if you want to avoid those ads. The 3-minute ad break. You can also skip it for free with a Twitch Prime if you have a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get one free Prime subscription a month. You can also get gifted a sub. Should I get the fat sucked out of my face and put it in my ass? Yes or not? Fuck yeah. Do it. Do it, Michael. You can get gifted a sub if you're lucky, but here's the 3-minute ad break now. Fucking right.
So it's like you might look at these celebrities and be like, wow, they're
But what's different about fashion is you can put on a different, pair of pants and a different shirt, and that's okay. You can't exactly reverse these surgical procedures. So let's just say you had the buccal fat removal, and now, 10 years have gone by and you're not happy with how hollowed out you look, and you're like, okay, I want to get a fat transfer, or I want to get some filler. You can't put filler or fat deep into that compartment where you remove the buccal fat. So any changes that you make into the cheek area is always going to be into the more superficial compartment. So it's never going to look quite the same.
cheekbones look amazing. I'm going to book in with my closest cosmetic surgeon and have my buccal
It's weird, but I do feel like it's a little bit different for men. I'm not even kidding. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's more of like a gender affirming surgery for men. It's not. It is a double standard, but like, it does work for men with no jaws or chin. Yeah, he got a gender affirming surgery. Right, he wanted to look more masked, but ladies can look more masked too if they want to. And it feels like a cosmetic surgery for men, or what? Looking to appear more masculine. 7.08, thank you. The thing is that this man was a legit candidate for this surgery. How long till celebrities just start wearing their actual skeletons? I feel like half these photos you're pulling up is just showing people who've lost weight. Yeah, I guess. I mean, look, I have body dysmorphia, so I notice a lot of stuff about my body and my face in particular. When I look at older photos of myself where I was like my fattest, I can see my cheeks like way more full. Obviously, it's not supposed to be a part of your body that like drastically changes unless you gain a lot of fucking weight. And there are when I look at older photos of myself, like I can tell I was like way fatter, whereas now it's more refined or more defined. Sorry. And I don't know. I just but that's just like normal. What the fuck? Rhinoplasty, lip filler, cheek implants, chin implant, jaw shave, brow bone reduction, buccal fat removal, BBL, Botox, eye lift. Buccal fat doesn't go away with weight loss, though. No, it doesn't. What do you mean? My face was literally fuller. I mean, I guess it was like on top of it. You know what I mean? That's not buccal fat, though? Okay.
Fat taken out, but let me leave you with this. Beauty trends clearly come and go. And what the heck are we going to do if in 5 years' time, after we have had our buccal fat removed, then suddenly fuller faces, that cherubic, angelic, youthful look is back in, and everybody wants a full face and full cheeks, but you've already had your buccal fat surgically removed and incinerated. What are you going to do then? No doubt they'll start offering buccal fat augmentations where you can have...
I just feel like your face got slim because you chew so much nicotine gum. No, dude, what? I don't think that's real. I do have an oral fixation and I do chew all the time. I'm like a fucking cow that way, but I don't think that's how that works. I know that that's like, what is it called? Jaw maxing or whatever, but no, that's not real.
Have buccal fat injected into your cheeks and then we'll all start paying.
Well, no, it'll be, as I mentioned, actual filler.
Thank you, Hasan Surplus Labor Value, for the 5. Get the
Or
subs.
fat transfer that is then offered, but it's not going to be an exact replacement of what was removed, because again, you're going from a deep compartment where you've removed stuff and now you're placing things into a superficial compartment, so that's going to give you a very different appearance.
For that. But why, my friends, are we doing this to ourselves? Changing our God-given...
To stand out, right? I mean, that's why people are doing it in the first place. They want to do something to make themselves look different. People are trying to find that unique little thing, right? And for some people, that really helps, it benefits their careers, because now, look at this model.
Bro, it's just, it is the case with everything, okay? Just as it is with the case of like plastic surgery, everything. Some people are good candidates. Some people are not. Some people go overboard. Some people do not. That's why I always talk about fucking like rhinoplasty, right? There are people who get rhinoplasty and it helps them breathe better. It makes their nose more aesthetically pleasing in the way that they like it. And it's like overall a gangbusters, super solid fucking piece of surgery. I understand it. Like I totally get it. I get it. I know why people do it. I understand why people do it. It's just, but because it's in the eye of the beholder, I think people can go too far with it. And I do feel like this is one of those instances.
It looks so interesting and different, so they're going to get, maybe a better contract.
Given genetic looks we were born with to have for the rest of our lives to suit the current beauty standard.
Thank you, Hasan Clip
what?
Manufacturer,
And
for the 5
aside from that, and more importantly, even though the surgery only takes an hour and only costs between $2,000 and $5,000, it, like any cosmetic surgery, comes with a long list of potential risks that I think everybody should be aware of if this is...
Watch our video. It covers all of the potential risks of the surgery. There's a wonderful comment on...
TikTok is bad for women, actually.
When my eyebrows were relaxed, I had a forehead wrinkle. Oh, and this completely freaked me out.
Bro, what's going on with the eyebrows? First we went from New Zealand or Australia. Now we're back to UK. What the fuck's going on then?
Now, I very quickly put on 2 layers of moisturizer and then 2 layers of sun cream, and I vowed to never skip my skincare routine out of laziness
Fuck's sake.
again. Because now there were consequences to my laziness. Those consequences being a forehead wrinkle. And my panic didn't stop at dedicating myself to a skincare routine. The forehead wrinkle was still there, and no amount of sun cream, moisturizer, niacinamide, sheet masks can get rid of a forehead wrinkle.
My little
I very
princess,
quickly
isn't she
looked
beautiful?
into getting Botox done. I've actually had Botox done before. I had an eyebrow lift a couple of times.
This is when my Discord is actually funny. Okay, this is a funny Discord moment. Okay, actually, the wildest buccal fat removal. What the fuck, dude? Don't expose me, dude.
A few years ago, and Botox is around £200 to £300 a pop. So at that time, I just furnished my flat. So I was like, you know what? I'll wait a month or two and then I will go and get Botox done. So I let it sit for a while, and during this time, a lot of Julia Fox's TikToks where she was talking about the absolute scam that is anti-aging were coming up on my For You page.
And if I see another product that says anti-aging on the label, I'm suing. I'm going to sue.
She's mother.
I'm going to sue because I'm going to age regardless of if I put the $500 serum on my face, and you all know it and we know it, so let's stop lying to ourselves. Getting old is hot.
In Julia Fox We Trust, which helped to clear my head a little bit.
Who the fuck is Julia Fox? Mother. See, I know the memes, dude. Because I study my enemy, okay? As an LGBT foe, the gays are my natural enemy. So I study them. I know what they like. I know what makes them tick. And I learn.
And feel a bit less anxious about the mere thought of aging. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because I've been reading feminist literature and feminist articles for the past few years. I know that women's beauty standards are rooted in ageism. Yet despite this, I nearly spent £300 on Botox just because of one forehead wrinkle. I don't know about anyone else, but I spend a lot of time on TikTok. I think if I didn't spend a lot of time on TikTok, I'd probably have nothing to talk about in these videos. And the more time I spend on TikTok, the more I sorry, my cat is Boots. Stop. The more time I spend on TikTok, the more I realize how much of a terrible app it is for women. And we're going to investigate this more today.
I think in general, it's a terrible app for most people. It takes all of our primal urges and desires and cranks it up like 17 dials and makes it even more awful, and just spits it back out at us and offers like a pathway to clout, to get clout, which is like, you know, the worst kind of opium. Fuck. I have like an eyelash stuck on my eye or something. Anyway.
But I didn't come to this conclusion on my own. A few TikToks like this have been coming up on my TikTok and my Twitter feed. Basically just anger, frustration, rage, exhaustion over the current TikTok discourse and obsession with women's appearances. The latest celebrity plastic surgery trend, buccal fat removal. Are you reaching your mid-20s? You should probably implement a 10-step skincare routine so you can prevent aging now. Make sure you also get an anti-wrinkle straw, anti-wrinkle face tape. Make sure you start getting baby Botox too, you know, preventative, and then get actual Botox. Can't afford baby Botox? A great alternative is to train your face muscles to not move. No.
What the fuck? Bro, that's crazy. Train your face to not move if you can't get fucking Botox? No wonder women are going mental. I mean, dude, this is happening to men too. Not as aggressively as is happening to women, but trust me. This shit is just like, Beauty industry loves this shit though. Influencers are a great marketing tool. Like, I guess skincare is not the worst thing. Like, you know? What? He hired 12 of them to kill her? The bizarre case of Cristobal Menendez?
Want water or...
This is a joke. This is not real. You just sent me a joke.
Nose job before and after. Ski slope noses. My BBL journey. Why would you get a BBL? Haven't you heard the Kardashians have gotten theirs reversed? Thin is in, heroin chic is back. Here are 3 exercises to get rid of your hip dips. What type of pretty are you? Are you natural pretty? Are you popular pretty? Are you model pretty? Are you standard pretty? Which type of pretty am I? Oh, you're still doing full glam makeup in 2023? You should really embrace the clean girl aesthetic. Everyone looks better with less makeup on. It's not 2016 anymore. Do you have siren eyes? Or doe eyes? Well, here's a tutorial for both of them because your natural eye shape is mediocre and unmemorable. How else are you going to prove to your partner that you're a high value woman? How else are you going to entrance men with your divine feminine energy?
But imagine how tired we are. Imagine how tired we are of it.
At the moment, it just seems
I think one of the funniest parts about this is that like all of this shit exists and like 99% of dudes don't even understand, like when a Hollywood in a scene in a movie, when a woman just gets out of bed and she very clearly has makeup on, they don't even recognize that. They're like, what? It's just, I don't understand. And they will still always ask you, ladies, are you sick? Are you tired? Are you okay today? When you actually don't have makeup on. Just all of this shit. All of this shit is so meaningless ultimately. He's like, dudes just don't know. They're like, what? Are you okay? Are you tired today? You seem more angry today. What's going on? Oh, you didn't do your make. Oh, okay.
absolutely relentless. And of course, beauty standards have been a running theme throughout all of my videos because I talk about feminism and patriarchy a lot. Some of my first ever sort of social commentary videos were about beauty standards. I feel like I was only really scratching the surface, like beauty standards bad, like nothing new at all and nothing groundbreaking. And I'm not saying that this video is going to be new or groundbreaking. I'm setting up this video more to sort of start a conversation and more of sort of a light exploration into this topic. And just before we get into this video, I thought I would quickly talk about what is going to be going on with my videos now forward. If you're not interested in, feel free to skip to the next timestamp. But I feel like my recent videos haven't like the
I don't want her to say mean things about her videos. They're great. As far as I've seen it.
hypervigilance of women's appearances on TikTok, it's actually really important to talk about TikTok psychology, how it affects our brains and how we can very quickly get stuck in an algorithmic trap. I got all of my information from this article, The Psychology of TikTok by Megan McClintock, so I will leave that link down below if you want to read a bit further into it. There are more than 1 billion users on TikTok, and the TikTok algorithm rewards users who post multiple times a day.
Can we get Hasan skincare tutorials? Bro, you think I do any skincare? I do not do a single piece of skincare. I should. Especially because, like, it's my fucking, you know, I'm on camera all the time. TikTok backend heated up this discourse and you know it. Like, I got some zits here. I got a zit there. I got some zits here. My skincare is that I'm fucking genetically lucky. That's it. That's it. Straight up. I don't do any like, I mean, I use face wash now. I started using face wash instead of body wash, which is what I was using for years and years and years, but that's pretty much it. Bro, put some Shiseido on that beautiful face. The fuck is Shiseido? Yeah, I was using body wash on my face too. I don't know. It's just wash, man. I don't smoke and I do not drink. So I guess that's it. And I'm usually indoors, so I'm not really getting a lot of sun. Even though I do get like at least 15 minutes of sun, especially in the summer. And that's it. That's my skincare. Also, I protect myself from blue light by using this product. By using this product called Reflect, but my favorite. But they're kind of out. It's hard to find them.
Every day with exposure. So there is a seemingly endless supply of content to consume, and the TikTok algorithm is designed to keep you coming back and staying on the app for as long as possible. And this isn't unheard of for social media apps. Most social media apps algorithms want to have this. Most social media apps have this quality, is what I meant. But a leaked internal TikTok document indicated that the TikTok algorithm intentionally shows you videos that are close to what you want to see, but not exact. So users continue to watch TikToks, but also discover other videos they like in the meantime, and sort of broaden their algorithmic horizons. So when you think about this in terms of the type of TikTok women's beauty content I'm talking about, it could start out with you watching a funny BBL TikTok by Dr. Miami, and then you get shown a BBL TikTok here and there, and then you get shown nose job TikToks. And again, it's not like every single TikTok is related to plastic surgery, but they're sort of cropping up here and there, and you're engaged.
Like, I've never had a single TikTok come up about plastic surgery. Probably because I can't stand fucking like even pimple popper TikToks. Like that, like I don't like it at all. I hate that shit. I guess that's like part of the reason, you know?
Engaging with the content because you find it interesting. It's then nose job TikToks, then filler, then Botox, then anti-aging TikToks, then more BBL TikToks, then TikToks about how BBLs are out and thin is back in and heroin chic, and then how to get rid of your hip dips, and then what type of pretty you are, divine feminine energy. The cycle goes on and on and on and on. Within hours, the TikTok algorithm can detect your music taste, your political leanings, what discourse you're interested in, your sexual orientation, your mental health, and your sense of humor. Julia McCauley, who is a computer science professor at UC San Diego, says that not only does TikTok have a huge amount of data and really highly engaged users, but also TikTok is one of the few social media sites where most users consume just algorithmically recommended content. Most people consume content from people they follow, the following tab. And then when Instagram tried to put recommended posts into the following tab, there was uproar, okay? People did not like it. Meanwhile, with TikTok, most people scroll through their For You page, which is
Yeah, I've never looked at like the people I follow on TikTok.
Algorithmically recommended content. And all of this algorithmically recommended content is recommended to you to keep you scrolling for longer. TikTok actually affects your brain similarly to how dating apps affect your brain. John Kotzler interviewed Dr. Julie Albright about TikTok psychology, and they
It is digital crack cocaine. It's like unshackled algorithm. It's like a social experiment in what you can do.
said, when you're scrolling, sometimes you see a photo or something that's delightful and it catches your attention and you get that little dopamine hit in the brain, in the pleasure center of the brain, so you want to keep scrolling. So this next bit is a little bit sciencey, but it's actually very interesting. Like, okay, I'm in my scientist era. Because TikTok shows you a really wide range of videos, and some of those videos you can like and some of those videos you can't like, it's an uncertain reward, and uncertain / unpredictable rewards actually cause more activity in the rewards part of your brain. I know I'm putting it very simply. And dopamine can hit your brain in two different ways. You receive an unpredictable reward, so you get a hit of dopamine, or your brain adapts to the unpredictable reward system and preemptively rewards your anticipated risk. Okay, stay with me. I know this sounds confusing. And our brains grow and change based on our surroundings, especially if you're young and your brain isn't fully developed yet. And 63% of TikTok users are under the age of 30. And I'm just going to take a quote directly from the article. Once your brain gets used to this neurological release, it learns to anticipate and reward the body for even just exposure to the source of that release. This is known as a dopamine loop. A lot of people are talking about how TikTok has lowered their attention span. And although there is no scientific proof for this because TikTok is a fairly new app, it is proven that social media use in general is shortening our attention spans. Again, to quote directly from the article, a 2019 study found that news cycles were becoming shorter and shorter and content turnover rates increasing year after year. Not only is TikTok addictive in the psychological sense of dopamine hits, but the almost perfectly curated algorithm keeps people scrolling. And it can almost make people get stuck in algorithmic traps the longer you keep engaging with specific content, obviously in terms with sort of plastic surgery content, but also many.
It's weird because like I already have a short attention span, as you guys already know. That's why we like literally jump from, you know, MILF mommy mansion to fucking plastic surgery, buccal fat removal to like why TikTok is bad for women and creating unrealistic beauty standards. But in a weird way, like I mean I enjoy TikTok, but like I'm not captivated by it. I don't know what it is. I don't really go on TikTok that much.
Many people have gone down the alt-right pipeline via TikTok. Also, a lot of people are opting to use TikTok over other video apps such as YouTube because TikTok is... Oh, I'm taking this down. Guys, sorry, quick blue tack rant. I hate blue tack. Blue tack is the worst thing ever. If someone could let me know some alternative to blue tack which isn't going to lift the paint, please let me know. Blue tack absolutely drives me crazy. Anyways, people are opting to use TikTok over other video apps such as YouTube because not only does TikTok have a really good algorithm and it keeps you really entertained and really engaged, it very rarely gets boring because you're constantly just consuming new and different content at a very rapid pace. You also get into a bit of a rhythm with scrolling, but also Tiffany.
It's pretty funny that there's like a lot of naysayers to this video, and it's mostly Zoomers probably who watch XQC, watch TikTok all day, and they just don't like it. They're like, this video is boring, shut up. It's just fucking, it's partially because it's a 28-minute video, and the other reason is because like it's telling you that you're on crack all day. Stop watching this. I don't want to watch it.
Newsbag spoke about this in a video about YouTube feeling a bit off recently, about how going on YouTube can feel so overwhelming. Because
Yes. I'm gonna ban you. You're fucking being weird, dude. You're being weird. I already timed you out and you wouldn't shut the fuck up. And you've just been spamming and adding me every single time, dude. Please. Stop. Look at this. The entire day from when he first came into the chat at 1:30, he has not fucking stopped. It's like positive. So I'm just like, I'm not trying to turn this person into a fucking hater, but goddamn, it's so annoying. Stop. You got it. You got your serotonin. You got your dopamine. Yes, you will get banned if you keep adding me. I'm gonna get my anger out of this fucking idiot instead. Time you out again. Okay? Stop.
Actually have to choose a video when you're so used to scrolling on TikTok and content being served to you. And I know I'm mentioning algorithmic trap a lot, and I know that some of you guys are going to be thinking that I'm being over dramatic, but guys, I have another anecdote to tell you, okay? So I don't know about you guys, but I find motherhood and babies to be very interesting, okay? I like watching mum content. I've spoken about on my podcast how I have like the craziest baby fever at the moment, but but that's beside the point. Regardless, baby fever or not, I like to watch a bit of mum and baby content, especially sort of young parents in their 20s or baby-led weaning. In the content that you're consuming, cause going around on TikTok at the moment. And the first one is buccal fat removal. The first time I'd heard of buccal fat removal was actually back in 2021 when Chrissy Teigen posted on her Instagram story that she had had buccal fat removal, and she was actually unsure whether she even liked it.
Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here. And since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results, and I like it. Yeah.
Buccal fat removal is a cosmetic procedure where you remove the lower fatty part of your cheeks. It's called, I think it's literally called buccal fat. Yeah, no, buccal fat removal. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So cheekbones appear because remember, women's body parts are trends and chubby cheeks are out apparently. Buccal fat removal isn't a new procedure. The earliest buccal fat removal can be dated all the way back to the 1930s, but it's become a real topic of interest recently because allegedly a handful of celebrities have had it, such as Bella Hadid, Amelia Gray, Zoe Kravitz, and Lea Michele. And the funny thing is about social media is that everyone has a voice. Around 30 years ago, as a celebrity, the only people's opinions you would really hear was opinions of journalists, tabloids, and occasionally fans via fan letters or meeting them, etc. And nowadays, most people get their gossip and news from their social media feeds, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, I don't know, are people still using Snapchat? I read way more news following journalists and reading articles they've linked than I do you reading actual newspapers or going on actual news websites. So now it's up to the general public of social media users, which is tens of millions of people, to decide whether the latest plastic surgery trend is good or bad. And according to the public court of Twitter opinion, buccal fat removal was a big no-no, unless you're Bella Hadid. Whether she's had it or not, I think people tend to agree that Bella Hadid's buccal fat removal looks really good. Tweets with tens of thousands of likes said that buccal fat removal was scary, that it made celebrities
I'm doing buccal fat
look
removal.
old, and how so many of these celebrities have made such a huge mistake because buccal fat removal cannot be reversed. I saw a lot of discussion about how strange it was that already beautiful women were completely changing their features to look like someone else. I saw a lot of Twitter users joking about
What is this?
A number of
Male inequality explained by an expert. Modern males are struggling. Author Richard Reeves outlines 3 major issues boys and men face and possible solutions. Hasan, don't do it. Wait, what? I'm not doing it, dude. What the fuck? I'm kidding. I'm bored of this. I got it. Buccal fat's bad. TikTok is mining insecurities. This is some French comedians making a video about what it's like to be an American. Which I